Welcome to my channel. So it's called Retro Gaming Loft. Some time ago I lived in a small semi-detached bungalow and I kept amassing stuff from car boot sales and basically just stored it in the loft, never really to be used or put out because it just didn't have the space. Fast forward on some years, 5 years ago, moved into a bigger place, have a spare room, and now I've been able to enjoy the fruits of my collection and some of my original stuff. So this channel basically is just a way of just sharing my love and passion for gaming and home computing, but also to connect with many others out there, because I know there are many other people that are passionate about retro gaming, home computing, you know, the 80s, 90s in particular. So, you know, I hope you enjoy the content here. I'm a dad, have a full-time job, very busy job, work for a company in the US, so I work late hours, so I don't have much time anymore. It's a shame. I have the space now to enjoy things, but I don't have the time. But anyway, I've been trying to dabble in a few bits and pieces, enjoying gaming where I can. But I thought I'd share some of those experiences with you on this channel, and maybe hopefully connect and you know, get to know other people that are enthusiastic about this great hobby. But anyway, to set the scene, how it all began for me in the 80s. So here, this suitcase, which I've got back from home from my parents, contains what, oops, nearly dropped it, so that wouldn't have gone down too well, would it? Contains the beginnings, the genesis of everything, even my career, to a certain extent. And I haven't looked in this box for some time, but yep, it's the humble 48K Spectrum. So this is the very family computer in this lovely case here. So it's still here. My mum worked hard to get this second-hand. She worked in a bar, I believe, in the 80s, saved up and bought this, and really this is where it all began, as I'm sure it did for many others of you out there that got into computing. So yeah, this case is a real treasure. And then moved on from Spectrum, and then really this was next level stuff. I'm sure many of you recall this. This isn't the original box, unfortunately I cut that up. And put that, I used that as an art portfolio in secondary school. So this is a box that I got from another acquisition, but it's the same model and pack that I had, the Cartoon Classics Amiga 500 Plus. So I've still got that original A500 Plus. I did manage to repair it, had the dreaded battery damage, but again another pivotal computer in my gaming life. I think this came in 1991, the Spectrum in the mid-80s. Again, you know, real fond memories, and love Commodore and the Amiga as well as the Spectrum. So home computing played an important part in my growing up and continues to be a passion to what I do today, although I do dabble in the console scene, and this is my original Game Gear. I believe it was bought in 1991, so I had a handheld. My parents, you know, God bless them, thank you for treating me well, had this Game Gear. So first exposure to console gaming, had the Master System adapter, still do, it's on the shelf there. So I had quite a big library of titles that, you know, you wouldn't play on the home computers. So the Game Gear, unfortunately my Game Gear needs its capacitors replacing. I do have another Game Gear with an LCD screen mod, but I do need to fix up my original one, but this is the original packaging. And then finally, setting the scene, was my first console, and this is it. So it was a Mega Drive 2. Box is slightly faded, although I never stored it in direct sunlight, not that I'm aware of anyway. So here it is, my original Mega Drive 2. It is boxed, it's actually in here. And we can see at the top here is the picking list, and this came from Woolworths. So you can actually see, I don't know if you can see there, it says 1993. The 16th of September 1993, I think, on the picking list there. So, you know, the Mega Drive 16-bit era console gaming opened up a whole new world. The Amiga was great. The Mega Drive gave you access to things that you might not see, like Sonic and so on. So really, that was the foundations of gaming and home computing for me. So we had the console side and had the home computing side, and it grew. You know, I'm big into collecting and retro gaming in general. So welcome to my channel. you know, I hope you enjoy hanging around, maybe checking out some stuff, and I look forward to talking to you all. Take care, happy gaming.